Everyone, my name is Amir Farjami, and in today's video, I'll teach you how to use an online dictionary most effectively. So let's see the different parts of this video. As you see in the contents part, first we have what is a dictionary, then when to use a dictionary, different types of dictionaries, which dictionaries should be avoided, and finally, characteristics of a good online dictionary. Let's start with the first part. What is a dictionary? A dictionary is an incredible reference book which contains the words of a language alphabetically. A good and comprehensive dictionary may have different useful information such as spelling, pronunciation, etymology, idiomatic expressions, collocations, and many other useful aspects of a language, which I will explain them in the last parts. One of the key parts of a language learning, especially it could be foreign or second language, is having the right dictionary and knowing how to use it effectively. By moving to the second part, when to use a dictionary, let me ask you this question. When should we use a dictionary? Should we always refer to our dictionary for unknown words? The answer is no. Even in the beginning levels, by using some contextual clues, we can guess the unknown words. How? Let's see together. As I mentioned, you shouldn't always use a dictionary. Dictionaries are great, and nowadays, though, everyone uses online dictionaries for ease of use and practicality. But is the answer yes or no? Should we always use them? The answer is no again. Now, good learners use context clues to understand new and unknown vocabulary in a text or any discourse. Discourse means whether it could be spoken or written. Let's look at example and let's check what are contextual clues. Contextual clues are other words or phrases that come before or after the word and help you understand the unknown words. I wrote two examples here. The first one, no one passed the exam because it was very tough. So our contextual clue is no one passed, and we know exam. So the exam was kind of tough, and the result is that no one passed it. So we can guess the meaning of tough by this contextual clue. No one passed, it was tough. So the answer could be difficult. The meaning of tough here is difficult. I use the same word in another example. The meat was very tough, so I couldn't chew it. We learned that one meaning of tough is difficult, but could the meat be difficult? No. The contextual clue is chew. I couldn't chew it. When something is difficult to chew, it is difficult to cut or eat. So tough here means difficult to eat or cut. The important thing is that learners of all levels should know how to benefit from a good dictionary, since it is vital and extremely useful learning resource, especially as it makes the learner more independent of the teacher. But the problem is that most of the learners do not know different aspects of dictionaries. In other words, they mostly just try to reach the meaning of unknown words in their mother tongue by using bilingual dictionaries. What is worse, most of the instructors take it for granted that students know how to use dictionary efficiently. As a result, it is safe to advise language learners to analyze the different meanings of unknown words by means of good dictionaries and contextual clues. Now, in the next part, we have different types of dictionaries. One of the key parts of learning a language system is having the right dictionary. We have dual language dictionary. Another name could be bilingual dictionaries. English, Turkish, English, French, I don't know, English or different languages. Then we have single language dictionary, monolingual dictionaries, only one language, English to English, Turkish to Turkish, French to French. We have electronic dictionary on CDs, okay, or DVDs. You just install them. Then we have online dictionaries, which are really popular. And in today's video, I will focus on different aspects of online dictionaries and how to use them efficiently. And there are different apps, as you see, plenty of apps are very common and popular. But knowing how to use them is really important. Next part is really important. Which dictionaries should be avoided? Language learners generally want to use bilingual dictionaries because of their instant satisfaction. On the other side, language instructors recommend monolingual ones for their long-term benefits. Actually, it's really vital and useful, especially in the initial stages of learning a language, using bilingual one. But later, this bilingual dictionary should be changed with monolingual one for some reasons. Let's have a look at this very common and popular dictionary, Turkish English dictionary. Its name is Turing. I'm sure most of students are familiar and they use this dictionary for instant satisfaction. But there are some serious problems. First of all, it's just mentioned Turkish meaning, no English example. And the second could be related to pronunciation. Pronunciation is not that much natural. I mean, it is not pronounced by real human being. It's pronounced by robots. Another disadvantage is we don't know how to use crime in a sentence. We don't have collocation information, just Turkish equivalent, and that's it. So we have only one piece of puzzle here. If you want to learn any language efficiently, you should put different pieces together and you should be confident in making a sentence. I mean, you should look at them as a whole, not just one piece. Turing or Google Translate are unfortunately have become popular with most of the learners. So back to our discussion, using a monolingual dictionary not only invites the learner to think in English, but also in terms of grasping the correct meaning, they have enough context to choose from. In other words, they kill two birds with one stone. So, last part of this video will focus on characteristics of a good online dictionary. What I want to recommend, especially highly recommend, is a very good dictionary, online dictionary for ESL or EFL students is the Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English. By ESL, I mean English as a second language, and by EFL, I mean English as a foreign language. So let's check them one by one. Before checking the different aspects, let me clarify and explain this dictionary, why I chose this dictionary. In the past, even now, we have different categorized dictionaries, such as Dictionary of Idioms, Dictionary of Collocations, Synonyms, Antonyms, and many others. Thanks to the latest technology in this dictionary, nearly all useful aspects are gathered. I mean, in one dictionary, we have different beneficial information. First of all, it has 9,000 most important words, which are highlighted with 3 red circles. There are 88,000 example sentences, which are pronounced by both British and American native speakers. Again, the problem is, unfortunately, in most of the classrooms, very little time is provided for dictionary use. It's an undeniable fact that a learner who is confident and accustomed to using dictionary will be able to learn outside the classrooms and will get considerable autonomy in strengthening their language learning. Now, let's check. In this dictionary, we have origin parts. I chose the word crime. If you type crime, it will give you information about origin or etymology. As you see, this word came from Latin, and the meaning is judgment, accusation, crime, and the date is here, 1200, 1300. So some people are really curious about the origin of some words, especially English is a kind of language that has borrowed different words from different languages. By knowing the origin, you become confident. Then we have word family. This dictionary shows different, as you see, whether the word is noun, adjective, verb, adverb. For noun, we have crime, criminal, criminologist, criminology. Adjective, criminal, incriminating. Verb form, incriminate, criminalize. This is opposite, opposite meaning decriminalize. And finally, for adverb form, we have criminally. Pronunciation, spelling, and frequency. English is not phonetic like Turkish language. I mean, one letter may have different pronunciations, okay? 1 or 2 letters. It's not like Turkish, whatever you write, you pronounce it. So, by checking your unknown words, it's important to know the correct pronunciation. Let's check the word crime again. As I mentioned, these 3 red circles show that this word is important, okay? It is among 9,000 most important words. Then here we have S2W2. So what are these letters? S stands for what? W stands for and 2. So 3 red circles here we have, as I mentioned. S could be S1, S2, S3, and this one refers 1,000. So In spoken language, crime is used among 2,000 words, okay? First 2,000 words. It's kind of, it shows the frequency, okay? It's better to know this word. We use it a lot. And in writing, again, first 2,000. Okay, and then we have UK and US pronunciation. Now, number of syllables and stress. Number of syllables. How can we understand the number of syllables by using this dictionary? As you see, there is a dot here which separates and shows number of syllables. Import has 2 syllables. Why should we know number of syllables? More than 1 syllable words carry stress. This is another important thing that most of the students are unaware of it. What is stress? And how can we recognize the place of stress? As you see, this symbol is stress. So standard dictionaries, like this one, show the place of stress. Stress is on the first syllable, okay? And we pronounce it import, and we know that it is noun. So why I chose this word? Because the same word could be verb. Should we pronounce it the same? No, because the place of stress changes. This time we should pronounce it import. See, import, import. I chose another example. This time not only the place of stress changes, but also the pronunciation changes completely. We are familiar with this word, minute. It has 2 syllables, so more than 1 syllable word carries stress. Now, stress is on the first syllable, minute. S1W1, again, it shows that it's very common, 1,000 spoken and 1,000 written, okay? We use it. Now, noun. Do we have another part of a speech of minute? Yeah, sure. Another part of a speech could be adjective. Stress changes to second syllable. And even pronunciation, we pronounce it minute. You see, minute. The stress is on second syllable. Minute, it means very small. Verb form, how about verb form? Minutes. The stress is on the first syllable, as you see, it's verb form. So importance of stress is clear here. Now, another section of this dictionary is grammar. Dictionary is not only for meaning. We have some information about grammar. Don't use the crime when talking about illegal activities in general. You say, crime has increased dramatically. Do not say the crime has increased dramatically. Uncountable and countable part. This dictionary again shows whether the word is countable or uncountable. The same word could be both. First, meaning uncountable, illegal activities in general. We moved here because there was very little crime. So we are talking about illegal activities. If we say there was a very little crime, it's wrong. But second meaning, it's countable, illegal action, which can be punished by law. He insisted that he hadn't committed any crime. So here, crime is countable. Collocations, my favorite parts. One unique feature of this dictionary is emphasizing collocations. So what are collocations? Collocations are words that they go together. They are like neighbors. We should know them. In order to be natural, in order to be like native speakers, we should master this important aspect of language. So about crime, we say commit a crime. Most crime is committed by young men. If you translate from Turkish to English, and if you think in Elvan or mother tongue, I mean your Turkish language, most of my students, because of not knowing the collocation of crime, they say do, or I don't know, have. So these are wrong. So commit crime. We say commit crime. Adjectives or nouns plus crime. You see capital crime, and we have American English here, which is mentioned. Car crime, British English, and the meaning is mentioned. So collocation is very important. There are phrases that we use. A victim of crime, crack down on crime, crime plus noun. So I chose just small part of this huge piece of information. A crime wave, crime spree. These are all the words that we can use with crime. Then we have common errors, even in this dictionary, by looking at common mistakes and errors. They selected the most common ones. Don't say do a crime, as I mentioned, most of the languages, they say do a crime, and they translate to English, but in English we say commit a crime or carry out a crime. Then thesaurus. What is thesaurus? Thesaurus is a kind of dictionary that focuses on similar meanings. So it expands your variety in using one word. I mean, if you, in speaking and writing, if you only use crime, so this shows that you don't have good vocabulary. So crime, we can use crime, we can use offense, as you see, British and English. And misdemeanor, I don't know, felony, although they are not exactly same, but in the same family, okay? So thesaurus talks about words that are similar in meaning. And idiomatic expression, this dictionary even focuses on idioms. About crime, we say crime doesn't pay. So idioms are important and difficult in learning, because if you just translate word by word, you will not reach to the whole picture. I mean, it's really difficult. Some idioms are culturally specific. Some idioms are really difficult to guess. So crime doesn't pay used to say that crime does not give you any advantage because you will be caught and punished. Used when warning people not to get involved in crime. And another aspect of this dictionary is transitive or intransitive. Transitive verbs, as you know, they need objects. And intransitive verbs, they come alone. So criminalize, also as you see, different spelling, British English. It's verb and transitive. To make something illegal or to say that someone is criminal because of something they have done. Opposite is decriminalize. And finally, if the examples are not enough, there are examples from the corpus. So what is corpus? Corpus is a large collection of written or spoken language that is used for studying the language. There are other examples, I chose only two of them. He called for making payment delinquency a felony crime in some cases. Violent crime increased by 11% last year. Another thing that I forgot to mention, All of the examples in this dictionary are pronounced. So this is great advantage or unique feature of this dictionary. If you just click on the example, there is a symbol, you can listen to the pronunciation. And in the pronunciation, native speakers, either British or American, use their natural pronunciation for focusing about, stress, intonation, and other great aspects. Thank you for watching this video. These are my resources, and if you have any question by referring to these sites, you can find your questions, answers maybe. Okay, thank you.